Danful offers unparalleled, curated, and bespoke tours across Africa for travelers seeking genuine cultural experiences, enriched with magnificent sights, sounds, and flavors found on the continent. Each trip is reliably curated to ensure visitors are gifted with an immersive and authentic adventure. Whether you find yourself strolling along the charming white sand beaches of Sierra Leone, feasting on the mouth-watering delicious foods in Senegal, observing or partaking in various aspects of the Isheshi traditional system Ifa native to Yoruba land, Nigeria, with Danful, you will rediscover a fulfilling sense of kinship to the true heart of the motherland, her communities. Our core values focus on integrity, quality, safety, and sustainability. We are uniquely committed to assisting with the advancement of African infrastructure and promoting African businesses, so both travelers and the communities they visit receive beneficial exchanges. At Danful, we understand the importance of connectivity, and we have created a model which provides bespoke experiences based on your passions or hobbies. With us, expect a long-lasting spiritual bond between you and your destinations. Live, love, Danful, Africa. To learn more, visit danful.africa.
At the Okoli Law Group, we specialize in producing justice. If you or a loved one in the Atlanta metro area is facing serious criminal charges, then you need serious legal representation.
The Okoli Law Group is here for you. The Okoli Law Group is here for us.
The Okoli Law Group, serious legal representation.
Peace, family. We are live again. Donnie Samir, Search for Huru. Thank you all. Thank you so much for joining. Hopefully, everybody's having a great hump day this Wednesday. I got up early this morning, got my workout in, as I always do. And hopefully, you guys did the same. So hit that like button. Also, make sure you share and make sure you subscribe. And also want to give a shout out to MyPad. The Travel Desk. This is part of the MyPad Travel Desk podcast, where we're built in which we are bringing on some of the top travel influencers in the world. We're going to start bringing them on here and asking some questions, and getting to learn a little bit more about travel and exploring, and getting out. So everyone, please hit that like button. Make sure you share and make sure you subscribe, because we don't want you to be a stranger. Got a couple of announcements. Announcement number one, we are rolling to Nigeria in August 2nd through the 11th for the Oshun Festival. We are also going to, in September, we're doing Zanzibar in Kenya, which we're going to be talking about the Kenya portion today. With Kia from Traverse Culture. Oh, she just dropped off, but I know she'll be back. And then we are also going to, in November, we're doing Ghana, Ivory Coast, and Sierra Leone. So if you're interested in joining, please visit donfo.africa. Didi, you're not going to get a smile from me until you come on a trip. You've been ducking me now for about 3-4 years. So when I see you in Sierra Leone, but shout out to Didi, everybody. Didi also, for my birthday, sent me this nice plant, which is in my living room. And the plant is thriving. Because y'all know I need the plants that need little to no maintenance. I need snake plants, ZZ plants, and the plant that Didi gave me. Because I don't think the plant that you gave me was a snake plant, but it's surviving. All right, it's striving. It's thriving. I just water it once a week and it's good to go, like my other plants. So So yeah. So hit that like button, make sure you share, and make sure you subscribe. It's called a rattlesnake plant. Okay. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Okay, so there's a snake plant and a rattlesnake plant. Am I missing something? Okay. I just learned something new today. So there's a snake plant, which I'm used to, and then there's a rattlesnake plant, which our sister Midday Dimples got for me for my birthday. Because I looked at it, I was like, this is a snake plant, but it's a beautiful plant. It's one of the first plants you see when you walk into my house. Because it's a gorgeous plant. So it's a rattlesnake plant. Okay. I gotta get me another one, but it's durable. So I water it once a week. It's good to go. It is good to go. Yeah, it's I like it. I like it. I'm gonna get a couple more. So hit that like button, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe, and you know you're on Donfo when you click on the sign and come here. Without further ado, we're gonna bring on our sister Kia over in Kenya. Kia, is the correct term repatriated? Well, she relocated, she moved. Is that the correct term, Kia? Is it repatriated? Because I feel like that word is not the correct term, unless you're Kenyan and you came to and left Kenya and went back. Right, she's shaking her head, so I'm gonna bring her on. Or I might be wrong, or I don't know, but I'm gonna bring her on. So we're gonna bring on our sister Kia over in Kenya with Traverse Culture. And today's topic was relocating from America to Kenya, worth it. And also, I want to discuss, y'all, Africa ain't perfect. Nowhere you go is perfect. And I watched a reel that Kia had posted on her Instagram, and it's saying, like, listen, there's no perfect place. You just have to go to the best place that fits you the best, like that fits you the best. So, for example, me, I love Nigeria. We know Nigeria has its issues, but for me, like, Nigeria is the best fit for me. And I just got back from Senegal, and I tell people Dakar, Senegal is my favorite country. But after leaving Senegal this trip, I still love Senegal. But for me, it's Nigeria. I love Lagos. I love Oshun. I love that area. I love the Southwest. Abuja's nice too. So if there's a way I can just bring the Senegalese food or find a Senegalese restaurant in Lagos, I'll be in heaven. Like, that's heaven for me. And I love Freetown in Sierra Leone. But again, some of these countries might not be a fit for you, but they are a fit for me. So let's bring out Kia as she plays in her hair. Like that, who was it? Like the Dream. Y'all remember the Dream, the singer? Had the song playing in my hair, playing in your hair. Let's bring her on. What's up, Kia?
Hi. Oh, hey. Hey, y'all. Hey.
How you doing?
How you doing? I'm good. And
Doing
yourself?
good. Can't complain. Here in Atlanta, we doing all right. We doing all right. Just got back from Senegal 2 Saturdays ago, and we good to go.
Yeah. Okay. I just
How's
came
it
back
going?
from the Philippines. So
How was
I'm
the
good.
Philippines?
I loved it. It was
Okay.
amazing.
Okay.
Absolutely amazing. Yeah.
You eat some lumpia?
Of course. You can't go to the Philippines and not eat lumpia or chicken adobo. Come on.
Well, some folks, when they travel, they don't eat the local food. They want
Oh,
pizza. And I'll tell you a
Filipino
funny
food.
story. I was in Nigeria, and guys, when I travel, when I curate my trips, we eat the local food. Like, we try to immerse and integrate as much as possible. And I remember a girl asked me, Dinus, I want some Japanese food. I just kind of just looked at her like, I mean, I'm sure you could get it in
Yeah,
Legos, but
yeah.
I mean, like we only here for 8 days. But if that's what you want, I'm sure you could get it. But I don't like really know where it's at. But I mean, we could look it up.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, you just got some people that they just don't want the local food. They want
Okay.
Japanese
To
food.
each his own. To each his own.
To each his own.
Yeah.
So go ahead, yeah, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Oh, man, thank you for having me once again, Mr. Dynast. I think your people tried to eat me up on the last one. I hope they're
Hey,
not.
listen, we got a very diverse bunch over here, and they can be kind of rowdy sometimes. That's just
Yeah, they didn't do too bad, but a little. But anyway,
uh,
my name is Kia Wakesho Simmons. I'm the CEO and founder of Traverse Culture. We are a relocation and medical tourism mobility company based out of the US and here in Nairobi, Kenya.
so is it relocation or repatriation?
No, it's relocation, integration. So I do not subscribe to repatriation. I subscribe to integration. That's what a lot of people get hung up on
Mm.
because, again, I get the idea of repatriating as descendants of Africa. However, you are all the way American, okay? Um, you are
Excuse me.
you are 100% American, and you find out once you get on this here land and
Mhm.
somebody do something that you don't understand or don't like, you
That
become
American
very
coming out.
American.
That American
Yeah, there
coming
you
out.
go.
Yeah, yeah,
There you
yeah.
go. So that whole repatriation thing go right out the window. So, if we deal with the correct definition of repatriation, you would have had to be a patriot of that country to repatriate
Right.
to that said country. So if I was returning back to the US, then I would be repatriating back to the US. But
Mhm.
I relocated and integrated here in Kenya.
Okay. And how's it been? Is it worth it? That's the question. Was it worth it?
Absolutely 100% worth it, right? But as I always say, it doesn't mean that relocating is just some fantasy that you could just come up with and jump off the porch and make these emotional decisions and your whole world change because you relocated to Africa. No, that's not the reality.
Mhm.
As I shared in one of my reels, I actually had an incident that happened earlier this year that could have financially set me all the way back personally. However,
What
because
happened? I'm
ooh,
sorry, I'm being
child,
nosy now.
yeah, yeah, I can't.
I'm being
I
nosy now.
well,
I'm sorry. I'm
to
sorry.
be honest, to keep it a buck, and it had nothing to do with now. It's 10 years later. The state of North Carolina got me for state taxes, and I actually did my state taxes, turned it in. They lost it 3 times, and still garnished my money. And so I had to go back. I had to go to the states and square that out, but they cleared me out from 10 years ago. Yep. 10 years ago, cleared me out. It don't matter where you at,
Oh,
y'all
okay,
better
okay.
get
Hold
back.
on, hold on. So he's saying they came to collect earlier this year from 10 years ago.
Yeah, yeah. That happened in January. I went and opened up my account and it had $0. So you yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, the state of North Carolina from 2016, 2017. And the crazy thing is I wasn't even living in North Carolina. And I
Uh-huh.
did my state taxes, but I had tax exempt because I was working in Kuwait and Iraq.
Right,
And they
military. You
still
ex
screwed me
military, yeah.
over. Yeah, they still screwed me over. And I redid my taxes 2 times. They lost it. And so because I moved from the US to Kenya, I didn't have no address. So they're saying they were sending. I'm like, y'all saw that I moved. So
Uh-huh.
like I didn't even see any of yeah. But anyway, they got me and that could have took me completely out. Had I not had, plans after plan in place. And I've been doing this for a very long time. So, yeah, but yeah.
So you just woke up one morning and account just
Not one morning, it was at night. I just went to go check, like, let me go transfer some money. Right? $0. I thought it was the error. I was like, I know you're lying. So I go to my other personal account just to go check. And both of my accounts is with a military bank. So I'm just
uh,
like, Okay, $0. I said, oh my God, what has happened? And I called the state of North Carolina, and yeah, they was like, oh yeah, we garnished it from. I was like, but I redid it like 3 times. What are you talking about? So I had to go get the transcripts. I had to get my accountant and all this other stuff. That anyway, flew all the way to North Carolina in April to go and sit in front of them and be like, here, fix my stuff now. Like, what are you doing?
But you got your money back, right? Or no?
Not all of it. They still took a portion of it. A
Okay.
portion
Yeah,
of
okay.
it.
Let's
Yeah.
I want. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But this leads to a good point. Like, even though you relocate, you still have interests in America that you have
Yeah.
to attend to.
Big time. Big time. Yep. It was a garnish lien. Yes, it was. Like, golly.
Because a lot of people think once they relocate that, they
No, you have a social security number. You better watch them state taxes. Watch them state taxes. So I'm good from 2018 on, but they just screwed me over anyway. I got the majority of it back. However, that would have messed me up had
Of
I
course.
been some of these people who make these emotional relocation, and that's all you got. You ain't got no backup plan. You ain't
Right.
got, you know what I mean? I had several accounts, so it's not like they took every dime I had, but in one of my main account, they took it. And so, it's like if I didn't have a recourse or if I didn't have backup plans, I am ex-military as well, and I have, my other little residual stuff coming in, I would have been screwed. Yeah.
And somebody said in the chat room, it happened to me on student loans from 18 years ago. They took the whole state tax.
What? Yep. Yeah. Hey, listen, if you relocate, taxes is one thing you better, especially if you have a state address or not an address, especially if you had state property. If you still have a house or property in a state that requires you to file your taxes, you better do. Because I don't care if you live in Timbuktu, you gonna owe that state some money, or you better file those taxes.
All right, y'all. Well, I'm glad it worked out for you. I'm glad it worked out for you.
I'm glad too. And I didn't even, that's the first time I was sharing it. Well, I think I've said it on my lives that I had to go for my taxes. But yeah.
Yeah, and these are the type of conversations we have to have because, again, people think, back in the day, I just leave America, I'm done. We is free.
No.
We is free.
You got a social security, sir or ma'am. You got a social security.
Yeah. So guys, hit that like button. So was it worth it? Is it worth it?
Yeah. But it was worth it. Because I think if that had happened to me in the US, you could forget about it. I think my anxiety level would have went up. I just would have spiraled. And be as it may, I literally didn't even cry. I just looked at it and was like, okay, I'm gonna be all right. Let's just go ahead and try to figure this out and fix it, but I'll be fine. And that's because this is me. This is my experience. Because I am here in Kenya, I have a different level of peace. I am not as stressed as I was in the US. Don't get me wrong. The US will always be home. I'm originally from Charleston, South Carolina, Gullah Geechee. I'm very proud to be Gullah Geechee. And I was in love with Charlotte, North Carolina. I lived in Charlotte, North Carolina for 11 years. Love it. But I had always said, when I get tired of Charlotte, I'm leaving the country. And that's exactly what happened. And so just being here has given me a level of peace, a level of freedom to be more creative, right? And more intentional about my future goals and what it is that I want to see according to my vision.
Okay. Now, would you ever move back?
Absolutely not. Here's the thing. I have no reason to move back to the US, to be quite frank. So I was just in the US late April and I'm driving, I'm on live and riding, I'm looking, I'm like, ain't no reason for me to be here. Like I had nothing to do, first off, in the States, but see my friends and ain't nobody doing nothing different. You know what I mean? My son is in college. My son is 20 years old, right? Um, there's no reason. My entire life is here in Kenya.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So now you had a property in Charlotte, correct? Had, or do you still have?
No, no, I sold everything. I had a property in Charlotte and in Vegas. I consolidated everything.
So, so this is kind of where I'm kind of battling with, because my son, he's 13, and I'm already planning. Well, he's 12. He'll be 13 in December, so I'm already thinking about,
Right.
doing what you've done once
Yeah.
he goes to college. But
Yeah.
then I'm like, okay, do I leave property for him here in America, or do I sell?
Mhm.
Like, did you think about that at all, or were you like, I'm
No,
just
no,
okay?
because I mean, I'm working on my legacy here. He'll have real generational wealth with being able to purchase. I'm working on getting him an apartment now that he
Okay,
can have when he come and visit, right? And he have his own apartment. I can get him an apartment for nothing I live in, but it's nice. But it ain't
right,
nothing I live in. But
yeah,
it's
yeah,
something
right,
for
right,
him.
right,
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
exactly.
But about $12,000, a new little joint, nothing fancy, but
You said
something,
$12,000.
yeah, yeah, ain't nothing I would live in now. It's something you put a 20-year-old
Well, it's
son.
it's a starter. It's a starter home. Like, son,
It's a
here's
start.
starter
Yeah,
home.
yeah. It's
You
a
know,
starter. A little
yeah.
studio. Little studio. I mean,
Okay.
it's little now.
Yeah.
It's a little studio, it's little now. It's enough for him that have his little space. He got a little kitchen or whatever.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, like
Yeah.
$12,000 and it's his.
Okay.
And it's actually his. It's under a trust. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And he would be, if anything should happen to me, my child get that. You know what I mean? And he will inherit all of the work that I'm doing here and all of the legacy building that I'm doing here.
Mhm. So then the question is, legacy build in America or legacy build in
Oh,
Africa?
no,
That's
here,
okay.
100%
Okay.
here. Because essentially you're always in debt. Now, what I would tell you in terms of use your investments in the US, but
Mhm.
cash them in.
Yeah.
That's me. That's me. I don't believe in living in debt. I don't believe in just having stuff just to have it, right?
Right.
Because when I sold everything, I got all of the money plus I paid 160 for my house and I built it from scratch and I sold it for over, 400K.
Yeah.
So listen, get your
Was this
money
was this
back.
was this was this in Charlotte?
This was in Charlotte.
So it's just so I bought my house in Atlanta in 2014 for $185,000. It's
Why
just
me and you do the same thing all the time? I built my house the same year. What is going on?
But it's crazy because just saying that number one, just one for a single family home anywhere now, you ain't gonna find that nowhere unless it's
No.
just a bando in the trap.
What's the square footage on your house?
20, right at 2,800.
Oh yeah, so yours is bigger than mine. I had 2,300, and yeah,
Yeah,
I'm like cash it in, man. Look, cash that joker in and reinvest on legacy building for
yeah,
real.
yeah.
Yeah.
And guys, let me say this: this is not financial advice. Please do
Mhm.
your own research, you guys, because I don't want nobody to sell their house. Something happened. Well, I was listening to you in Traverse, and y'all told me to sell my house. So guys, again, this is not financial advice. Still do your research. Still talk to
Right.
who you need to talk to. We're just having a discussion here because again, we don't want you to sell all your real estate and then you take it to Africa and you do the wrong investment and now you mad at us.
Now you met. Yeah, yeah. My people on here. What's up? How y'all doing? I'm live on YouTube as well.
Mm-hmm. Is there damn Dynast only 185? Laugh aloud. Mine's is 365. Bought last year. Where'd you buy at?
Ooh.
Not where I'm at in the West. In the West End, single family houses starting in the fours now. Where I'm at.
Yeah, I sold at 400 and bought at 160. It's crazy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So.
Yeah. Even my property in Vegas, like I had a duplex. I think I
Mhm.
bought that thing back in 2014, 2013 for 10,000 or something on the west side. Don't judge. But
Okay.
flipped it.
Uh-huh.
I think I closed at least 80,000, something ridiculous. Something ridiculous.
He said he's in Douglasville. Douglasville, that's in the suburbs. Like you ain't been in
Douglasville. What's
Atlanta.
that?
Yeah, that's like in the suburbs. You're not even in Atlanta.
Ooh.
But they don't in Atlanta, like and even in the city of Atlanta, they don't even have. You can't even find a duplex. Like all the duplexes are gone.
Yeah, yeah. You can barely find it in nothing decent in Charlotte. And you know,
Yeah.
Charlotte it could be a little more expensive than Atlanta, depending on where
Yeah,
you go.
exactly. Exactly. Guys, hit the like button. Hit that like button. So you don't regret it.
No, I don't regret it at all. It's the best move that I ever made in my life. I'm comfortable. I love where I live. I absolutely love my house. I
Uh-huh.
love my neighborhood. I love my car. I love
Uh-huh.
my life. I have a social life here. I
Uh-huh.
have my business here, friends here. My son is visiting me at the end of this month. My
Mhm.
family, you know,
Yeah.
I don't need to be in the States. In fact, if I was to move to the States, it would hurt me. It would
Mhm.
hurt me, my brand, everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, what challenges have you had? Because, like you said, nowhere's perfect.
Nowhere's perfect. So I
So,
think I now my challenges have been minimized to be fair. One, I
uh,
didn't relocate myself to Kenya. I paid my company to relocate me,
mhm,
right? Because this is what we do for a living. So I didn't do anything on my own. So to be fair, I haven't
mhm.
done anything on my own. But the biggest challenge is always gonna be immigration,
Right.
right? Like
Okay.
I'm waiting right now for my renewal. It's ridiculous. And I'm
Uh-huh.
on the board of immigration. So like
Speaking
it's
of,
you know that's one
yeah,
of the
yeah, yeah.
biggest
I just
challenges.
I just
Mhm.
renewed. You guys want to know how? So I just renewed my Senegalese. Whatchamacallit. I have to get the permanent card, but this is like the let me go look. This is like the Senegalese whatchamacallit for the
You
residency.
have a residency. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
residency.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I just
Yeah,
renewed
that's
mine.
what I'm doing now. And it's taking a sweet little time. So immigration could be a headache, but outside of that, things have been good for me.
Mhm.
Just because I'm in this industry and I have a team and I have a network and I have an ecosystem and all of the things. So I have guardrails. So if anything were to happen to me, if I were to fall flat on my face here in Kenya, I would not be homeless. I would not be homeless.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Guys, links in the chat room if you want to call in and add to the conversation. If you got a question, um, click on the link. Link is in the chat room. Everybody, if you want to call in and add to the convo, you're more than welcome to call in and add to the convo. So me and Kia collab.
Tell them
Kenya.
how it went, Diners. Tell them how you. Tell
So
them how you. Yeah.
so I came to Kenya. I was in Zanzibar end of September with a group. And then I'm like, my buddy Will, he went to University of Georgia. He's a golfer. He's always in Kenya. And he was like, Dinus, come to Nairobi. I got you. Just come to Nairobi. And so I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
all right, I was gonna go to Nigeria or Nairobi. So he just said, Dinus, just come to Nairobi, man. I got you. So I said, all right, I'm coming. So I'm like, you know what? I need to get I need to get some health work done too. I forgot how I don't know how I forgot how it triggered in my brain, or if I saw a post with Kia, and I'm like, you know what? While I'm there, let me go ahead because I need to get a full checkup and teeth clean and all of that. So I reached out to Kia, sent me to the hospital. Everybody knows her first name. Now I messed up. How I messed up. So you're not supposed to drink or eat, I think, a certain amount of time before.
Right.
But my greedy ass just sometimes can't help myself. I think I went to carnivore the night before. And so I had to come back and do another test. But everything went great. Went in, got full blood work, everything done, got my teeth clean,
Mm-hmm.
maybe 350, $400, something like that.
Yep.
But I got everything. It wasn't just, a doctor putting a stethoscope on your heart and saying you good. Like I got the
I remember
full
when they were about
physical.
to check you. I was like,
Yeah.
"You all right?"
Excuse me. Yeah, so everything was good. So I was like, because I keep getting more, especially from retired folks, they're concerned about
Yep.
their
Yep.
health care.
Yep.
And so I'm like, you know what? Let me bring him to
So,
Kenya.
so then, what else happened? Then you saw what? You saw me and Jay.
I saw you and Jay
All right,
with
tell the whole story. No.
what's her name? Karen. What's her name? What's
Karen Hunter. Yeah.
Karen Hunter? And then I said, you know what? I gotta bring a group to Kenya. The focus on real estate and healthcare and
Yep.
do it the right way. So, guys, in the past, so I'm one of the first, and I'll go ahead and say this: I'm one of the first YouTubers to really focus and cover Africa consistently.
Yep. Yep.
So I would get a lot of questions and calls about, real estate, and I was like this Swiss Army knife, which I'm not anymore. And then I would get people reaching out, hey man, I'm in Ghana. Shoot, I'm selling land,
Right.
and it
Yeah.
yeah. It's not,
Mhm.
and a lot of times it's not necessarily the people or the diaspora, it'd be the locals who are shady. But it's still a reflection on you. So I
Yes.
stepped away and I was like, look, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do it the right way. And I see what Kia's doing in Kenya, vetted MOUs with the government, and I said, okay, we're gonna do it with Kia. So that's where we're at today. So end of September, I am bringing a group September 29th through September 30th to October 8th, Nairobi. We there.
We there.
And in 2
Dinah's
days,
here.
yep. And in 2 days, going to be dedicated for medical, tourism, health and wellness, and real estate
Right.
with Traverse.
Yeah. I'm excited. Y'all, Dynasty the Mayor. We've been knowing each other for quite some time. And
2019, I think I had you and your former business partner on? Was it 2019?
Yep. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, 2019. We were on your platform, and you're right. You're one of the first who consistently covered Africa. I'm the new kid on the block in terms of YouTube. I ain't new in the industry, but I'm definitely the new kid on the block in terms of YouTube. But we've been knowing each other for some while. So when he came in, we were able to kind of show him in real time,
Right.
how the healthcare industry work here, how it works for you. And it builds your confidence if you are looking to possibly relocate or retire here, or even spend short amount of time. You want to know that if something were to happen to me, do I have access to good healthcare? Because to be quite frank, there's a lot of people who have moved across. We're seeing it in Ghana, where people have, passed away or
Yeah.
gotten sick, and they just did not know what to do and where to go, right? Because there wasn't a full integration in regards to your healthcare. And I don't care how young, how healthy you are, you need to have a healthcare plan. And I'm a
Right.
veteran, and I still opted to get local health insurance here. What if I don't have the money to pay out of pocket?
Right.
The way the healthcare system work here, you pay out of pocket first and then you get reimbursed. If you don't have that money, my friend, that might be a problem,
Right.
And so we make sure that we integrate all of our clients through our VIP healthcare program that we embedded to our relocation, our 60-day, 90-day, and 120-day relocation integration program. And then we also offer separate services or a separate program under our medical tourism department.
All right. So, guys, go to Danfo.Africa, click on Kenya, itinerary. All the information you need is there. September 30th to October 8th. We're in Nairobi. We are in Nairobi. You guys are quiet today. Nobody's calling in?
Or somebody, they saying stuff on the comments.
Yeah, well, usually people they're ready to call in, and
They was calling in the last time.
yeah, the last time they were calling in, but yeah, guys, links in the chat room if you want to call in, add to the conversation. But yeah, we got a lot lined up for Kenya. Not We got safaris lined up. We're doing safaris. We're doing golfing. So come and check us out.
You said Ethiopia, certain cases, foreigners died. Yeah, because they did not know. And Ethiopia actually have a decent healthcare system. I'm actually supposed to be going there. I got invited from a young lady while we were in the Philippines. She was representing the medical tourism industry through AI. And so automation and things of that nature, which eventually will move towards that in terms of automating, and you'll be able to do telehealth via an app and all of the things there. But this young lady was from Ethiopia, and they're building Dubai. They have an agreement with Dubai to build a state of the art hospital in Addis Ababa. And I am like blown away. I'm obsessed with medical tourism. Forget about it. You want me to talk about something that I'm passionate about and excited about? It's definitely the healthcare system. And why? Why am I excited about it? One, because this is a new frontier.
Yeah. Go ahead. Give me 30 seconds, but go ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry.
No. You're good. I just have to run and do something.
You're leaving, so I can continue to talk.
Yeah, you talk all you want to. Just give me. I'll be back in 30 seconds. That's what I was saying.
Okay. All right. So, like I was saying, why am I so excited about healthcare here in Africa, specifically here in East Africa? Because this is the first time in history that we're seeing as people, period, but as African people, where we can actually point to healthcare systems across Africa that specialize in certain things. I'm not saying it's perfect. Please don't come in the comment section talking about Kenya healthcare system. I know that there are issues within the healthcare system, especially in the public. I'm not talking about the public. I'm talking about the private, right? And I do understand that healthcare is expensive for the common Kenyan. That is the same problem that everyone has globally. That's why medical tourism is a thing. So let me give you an example. If you are someone in the US and your complaint is healthcare is expensive, which it is, and I cannot afford healthcare, which you can't, and I don't have dental coverage because I can't afford it, that's a thing. But you being a US citizen now have the alternative option to travel to a developing country like Kenya, like Turkey, like the Philippines, like Colombia, like DR, all these places that has been talking about medical tourism, but now we're putting Africa on the map. You can now get dental services for a fraction of the price. And I'm talking about 40 to 70%, where it's so affordable, you can pay out of pocket. And the quality is if it's not good as maybe better than some of the services that you are provided in the US, right? Again, I always give this example where we had clients come through who has done hysterectomies with us, who've done fibroid issues with us, who's done knee replacement with us, and they've saved 40 to 70% on the cost, but they also brag about the quality. And here's another factor that people don't take in consideration with the healthcare system, especially with Black folks. I think we have and I don't even know if it's a love-hate relationship with the healthcare system in America, but I know that there's a stigma because of the history that Black folks have had with the healthcare system in America. But the biggest thing is biases and racism. And so picture you being able to come to a country where the doctor looks like you. The doctor actually care about what's going on with you. And on top of that, the bedside manner is great. The customer service is great. You're saving a fraction of the price. Time management is better. You don't have to wait for 3 years to get something done. You can get a surgery done next week and the doctor look like you. That's the part that I'm excited about. But furthermore, if we're able to impact the healthcare system here, it should then trickle down to where we'll be able to offer CSR work for those who cannot afford healthcare here. And it should impact the healthcare system enough to where if we have enough people looking to Kenya as a medical tourism destination, they would have to hire more doctors, hire more nurses, employ people in the healthcare sector, train them, all of the things. ocean of opportunity around the healthcare system here. And I see it as an opportunity to not only help people who've been suffering and haven't had the opportunity to fix the issue they've been dealing with for years because it's too expensive or they've been on the waiting list too long, and help a healthcare system. If we impact it, then it would trickle down and also be able to help the local Kenyans as well. That's my thought process on that.
So knee replacements, hip replacements.
Yep. Anything. We do knee replacement, shoulder replacement, hip replacement, hair loss treatment, cosmetic treatments. We were going to have a lady come and do a breast augmentation, but something happened and she couldn't come. We do dialysis, cancer treatment. Kenya is number 2 for oncology. And you saw the facility. The facilities, I mean, are top notch.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So guys, links in the chat room. If you want to call in and ask a question, you're more than welcome to call in and add to the conversation, because I know you guys have some questions. I mean, this is not like the Search for Uhuru crowd who don't call in.
What happened?
I don't know. They be calling in. You know, they just not calling in. Usually they
don't like me today. They don't like me.
Y'all don't like Kia today? What Kia do? What you do, Kia?
My people on here too. Won't y'all try calling in? But
we're gonna have a great time in Nairobi when we come in September, late September, early October. We're gonna have a great time.
I'm excited to have the group. I'm excited to be able to also explore relocation opportunities, right? So this also is essentially, guys, this is like almost similar to our investigative tour, except Dinah Samir is doing the majority of the legwork on the group part, and then we get to plug in and you know, add that value of what it would really look like to relocate here. So we're going to be doing real estate tours. So you get to see what the real estate market look like. We're going to be looking at land. We're going to be looking at property and all of the things.
Absolutely. Well, shoot, if nobody's calling in, we'll go ahead and close out.
Nobody's calling in?
Nobody's calling in. It's all good. Nobody is, somebody's in court. It's all good. Handle your business at court. But
somebody say they are busy. Who's busy? Oh, that everybody else is busy.
Somebody
can Americans buy land there? Yes, you can.
Can you? So he says foreigners die in front of the hospital in Ethiopia. Can you like expand on that? Like, how does that?
It's probably, again, people not understanding how the healthcare system works, and they didn't realize that they have to have money. You got to pay a deposit. If you don't have that money, they're not gonna take you.
Oh.
It's a cash society. Ain't no such thing as credit. There's no such thing as debt off of credit.
So you're saying there's like no emergency room where they just pull up and see you? You're saying that?
You said what?
So there's no like the idea of like an emergency room. You know,
there's an emergency room, but you got to have the money to be admitted to the emergency room. You got to pay the registration fee, which here is like $20, and then if they have to admit you, then you have to pay the deposit for whatever's going on. Again, this is not a credit society; it's all cash.
Oh wow!
Unless you have health insurance, and if you don't know how to navigate the healthcare system in these countries, it could be fatal.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Okay.
No debt.
Okay.
Yep.
So. All right.
He said, "What is the young man really asking?"
Oh, we have a caller.
Wait. Oh, we do? Oh, good.
Go ahead, Taraka.
I'm driving. I have a quick question. What you just asked about the emergency room. If you get into a car accident and they have to treat you right away, are you telling me you have to pay first? Because I know it's not like that in South Africa.
Yeah, South Africa is a credit-based country, so it runs almost like the U.S., right? But here in Kenya, you would at least have to pay the registration fee. I know that we had a diaspora here who got in a car accident. He actually passed away, so that's not a good example. But they were able to put him in the morgue, and you know that they didn't have no money, and they had to put up money to get the body out of the morgue. So, but you have to at least have that registration fee, which is $20. And it depends. It just depends on how bad the situation is.
Hold on a second. Suppose you have the money, but you can't come out back in the pay. You have an emergency. That's the part I don't understand.
Right. So if they take you to a public hospital here, there may be a possibility that they would take you in at a public hospital, not necessarily at a private sector hospital. So two different things. But again, you can't really get mad at and I'll say this. This is the issue. This is the problem that I see with people who relocate here, is that you leave America with the same mind frame. America runs off of credit, off of debt. So when you leave out of there, you still got a debt you got to pay with medical bills, right? Whereby here, most people have cash or healthcare, you know, to cover whatever is happening.
That's fine. I understand all of that. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about an emergency that they have to treat you right away. How can you pay when you can't even see? That's the part I don't understand.
Right, and what I'm saying is the public hospitals here may take you. I'm not saying, I'm saying these are two different things. The public hospital may take you, but I can guarantee you may not be seen at a private sector hospital, which would almost be the same thing in the States. If you ain't got no insurance and it's a private sector hospital, you might not be seen there either. They're going to tell you to go to the public hospital.
No, they're not. If you have an emergency, like an accident, they have to take you. They have to take you. 100%.
And I've seen cases where people have like passed away because they had to take them to a public hospital.
Yeah,
but the point is if there's an emergency, if you go to the public hospitals here, they may take you. In terms of the private, you have to have funds to at least register.
Right, I understand the private hospitals and stuff like that. But you said may take you. I don't know what type of law they have over there, but if you get into an accident and you're bleeding to death, I mean, I don't understand that part.
I don't know what else you want me to tell you. That's these people's system.
Right, so there'll be no incentive to relocate to Kenya for me.
No,
because
that wouldn't be a valid reason not to relocate. Sir, if you relocate, the point would be you need to have a plan. If you move over here and you have no plan for healthcare and you have an emergency, then that would be you failed at planning. So there's options for you to have local healthcare so that if you do have an emergency, you can use the healthcare system.
Yeah, that's a terrible system. There's no way. That's a terrible bullshit system. It is. In an emergency, and these are things that countries in Africa, some of the countries in Africa have to change. Because that don't make no damn sense.
But they offer healthcare, so why wouldn't you just get healthcare? I don't understand.
Okay, suppose you don't have the you don't understand what I'm saying, you know. I'm saying even if you have the healthcare, you have the money and everything. How do they know that? You're saying that you have to pay first or you have to offer first. They don't know that you might not even have your information on you.
Well, here you don't. Everything is here. Hold on. Here you do not actually have to have the ID. They actually have a print. I know the healthcare company that I'm with. I'm a veteran. So let me put this out there. I'm a veteran. I also have benefits from being a veteran, and I still pay for healthcare insurance here in the event that something happened and I did not have the money that I could be covered in the event an emergency happened. That's what happens when you plan and relocate. You have to have a plan. Oh, I think he went out.
Mm. Yeah, see, I understand all that, but like I said, in an emergency situation, it should be treated differently.
And yeah, you could enroll into travel insurance too, but travel insurance may not cover everything. But even yes, when you're traveling, you can have travel insurance too, World Nomad, Safety Wings. And then once you get here and you integrate and you settle in, because you should have a plan, a full plan that includes your health care. If you're relocating, that includes your health care. That should be a part of your plan. You shouldn't just relocate and say, oh, just in case something happened, if I don't have the money, it's their responsibility to allow me to go to their hospital if I don't have the money. That doesn't make sense. So the whole point, especially with this trip, is actually going to be, talking about this and educating people on the correct way to go about relocating and covering your health care.
Yeah, we lost him. I know with Taraka's job, he be in the boonies for real. Yeah, all my I'm not even gonna say your username, but you could call up. Just don't be trolling.
Yeah. And somebody said you can't use the public hospitals, and that's what I said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're dealt with situation by situation, and the public hospitals may take you. Private might not be the same thing. That's why you make sure that you have a plan in action.
Yeah, links in the chat room if you guys want to call in and add to the Hero Straka's back. He's back. All right, go ahead.
Got cut off.
Go ahead, Taraka.
Yeah, we got cut off. The only thing I'm saying is, right, in an emergency, when your life is on the line, but you're bleeding or whatever, they have to treat you. If they don't have that going, then that don't make no sense. They don't know you don't have the money. They don't know you don't have insurance. You probably have all of that. That's what I'm saying.
The public hospitals here will take you. They will take, but it is situation by situation. But most likely, they will take you here at the public hospitals here. So now, what I'm saying to you, this is part I want you there. This is part I want you there. We answered that. If something happened, the public hospitals, for the most part, will take you in during an emergency. Now, here's the part I want you to walk away with. If you relocate here, you should have a plan to get local health insurance and understand how the healthcare system works. Right? That's the takeaway. That's the takeaway.
I know that. I have no problem. I have no problem.
Okay.
I have no problem with that. That's you see what I'm saying? That's the one I'm saying. I'm saying in an emergency situation only. That's what I'm saying. I understand the thing.
I literally said they will take you for an emergency.
That's all I'm saying. That's the only part.
They will take you for emergency to public hospitals. I'm saying public for a reason. Because I deal with private sector hospitals. So I don't want people to misconstrue what I'm saying.
I understand exactly what you're saying, and I have no problem with that. But I'm saying in an emergency situation. And again, to call yourself a modern country, that Kenya like to brag, talk about their modern country, right? You should have something set up differently in an emergency situation for all hospitals.
Okay, so now you're saying all hospitals.
That's what
now you say all, and that's not how it works in the U.S. That's not even how it works in the U.S. If you go to a private hospital and you do not have insurance at a private hospital in the U.S., they will take you for emergency, but they will transfer you to a public hospital. Right. They will transfer you to a public hospital.
Yes, very good. That's what beautiful. That's what I'm saying. I have family. I got doctors in my family. I got nurses in my family. But you're comparing a first world country to a developing country. You're comparing a first world country to a developing country. I'm not. This is between life and death. I'm not. And I'm saying, what I'm saying is, if Kenya is considered himself a developing country and a modern country, You can brag that you're a modern country, right? And don't offer people basic emergency service. That's what I'm saying, right? That's if you go to the hospital for treatment, yes, you got to have insurance, you got to pay, and so on and so on. I understand all of that. I'm saying in an emergency situation, if you're
I
going to
thought
call yourself a modern country, you should be.
I thought I
Right?
answered that.
That's
though.
all I'm saying.
Yeah, we I
Right,
think
right.
we covered it. I think we covered it.
Okay, cool.
Okay. All right, Tarka. I'm gonna bring up the next caller. All right, do me a favor. The brother that's waiting, turn on your camera first so I can make sure you are a real person before I bring you on. Okay, all right. You can turn the camera back off if you want to. All right, go ahead. Now be yourself.
All right, you can hear me okay, right, brother?
Loud and clear.
All right, peace and blessings to both of you. How you doing, sister?
Hi.
All right.
Good.
Yeah, just for the username, that's just kind of a joke. That's a running joke between some of our YouTubers and everything. So no disrespect to your platform or anything.
Oh no, you good. I just want to make sure because sometimes I get some trolls. So
oh, absolutely understood. The reason I felt compelled to come up is because just your last caller, from what I was listening to, there are a lot of people that really don't understand the dynamics about moving abroad. There are so many layers to it. And I'm learning this just even as I go. I'm moving to Peru in September, and pretty much the things that I've learned about the dynamics of moving abroad is just the scales of what you'll be taxed on when you do exit the United States, what the layers and scales of healthcare are, even banking and moving investments over in your private portfolios, and even just the scape of the land as far as how the government works. Peru now is about to go into a cycle where they're electing another president. And their political scale that's going on there has been where they're working on their ninth president in the last 10 years.
dang.
So it's been a lot of political uprising regarding the landscape of what they've been dealing with there. And as of June, I believe it's Sunday, actually, they're going to have a runoff to be able to know who their next president is going to be. So one of the things I've always encouraged people when you're thinking about moving abroad and you're thinking about actually going somewhere else, understand the laws, understand the language and the lay of how everything goes within that culture. Be ready to understand that you may not have the same accessibility, such as the Amazons, the food that you're used to eating all the time, and even the way that you're used to being able to receive mail, or some places don't even have to where you even receive any postal mail. They literally just either give you a letter or you just have to rely on email to be able to have communication. So these are a lot of layers I think that people don't really talk about when it comes to moving abroad, because they think that moving abroad is just going to be where you're just going to pick right back off of where everything goes in America like you've known it, or how the West has been set up. So when I'm listening to this sister talk about certain dynamics, especially with healthcare, I'm not sure your age. I don't want to even ask, sister, but
21.
healthcare, yeah, healthcare is important, because
I'm 43 and I look good.
Yeah, you do. You look wonderful. I'm 47. So that was one of the things that I asked when I went to Lima on Thanksgiving, when I met with my practitioner that I'm going to have over there, is what is the scale and cost of healthcare and certain procedures and even medications that I'm going to be taking, to be able to maintain my health, and even the screenings and so forth for that nature. All that stuff is important. I'm a veteran as well. I served in the United States Navy 8.5 years. I was a corpsman. So I work in healthcare currently. So I understand that these are important things. Even when I talked to my bankers, they were scared when I went to the bank, when I started telling them that I wanted to move over physical gold, because they was like, wait a minute, you don't know the rules about how, things work here in South America. We're kind of cartel connected. So you might want to slow down on that, brother. So yeah, these conversations, especially like when I laugh at these passport bros Like, I don't know who y'all know who MTR is, mediocre tutorials and
Yeah,
reviews.
yeah. I've actually met him before here in Atlanta. But go ahead.
Really?
He's at Thailand right now. But yeah, go
Right.
ahead.
But the commentary is actually funny as hell to me, just based on how they give a utopian take on how somewhere else works, and they not talking about these things that I just mentioned.
Well, I think the problem is so I was like MTR when I first started, and then once ish hits the
Oh,
fan, then you know once you take off them rose colored glasses, then you got to bring on Traverse culture to say, hey, look, this is how things really work.
Yeah, it's hilarious because I was married to a Filipino for 10 years, had property in the Philippines.
Did she got you? Did she get you?
Well, nah, she didn't, because I had a smart enough lawyer internationally and nationally that basically helped me out. But what the dynamics of the relationship were is that, like I tell people, you got to understand that you're not only marrying her, but you're marrying family and culture both.
Yeah.
So, and the culture. Yep.
Yeah. So you got to understand what you're getting yourself into, and it's based on that. So if you're going into thinking that the grass is green on the other side just because you get some quote unquote femininity over in Southeast Asia, you got a rude awakening coming, man. Right. You can get ran through the ringer, because I done seen brothers, man, they get to them a chick and they think,
you don't like sisters. I mean, you can find you a Kenyan sister, or a Nigerian sister, or Senegalese sister.
Well, I got a Ghanaian sister now, so I'm cool.
Why you going to Peru? You got a Ghanaian sister. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. I can't really give you the layout of it. It's because of the fact that I'm getting a house built over there, and then my dollar stretches a lot farther. And on top of that, I have some political things that I won't too much disclose that I'm into when it comes to the layout of South America. But I digress on that.
It was our cousins. They our cousins, and the Filipinos our cousins too.
Yeah, they
no, for real. I went to see the Aita people while I was there. Y'all will see it on our YouTube channel. But the African people, the indigenous people of the Philippines, those are our cousins for sure.
We got bloodlines everywhere. I literally tell people that
100%.
The world is it's way smaller than you think.
Right.
Yep.
But yeah, so what I always try to get across to these dudes, even when they go to Japan, China, and all these places, man, it's laughable almost, because I'm like, you're not going to find a utopia that you think just based on the fact that you'll get there and then you get good treatment from people. You really got to understand what it is that you're actually getting into. Make a list, weigh all your options as far as what it is that your comfort level is. Understand those dynamics. Actually get your bread straight, because if you're not looking at dynamics and then knowing what the hell you're going to do for the rest of your life, then you're really going to get yourself in a world of hurt. So, I mean, I land my plane, man, because, I know I can ramble a little bit, but, I mean, brother, I love your platform, man. I love what you're doing.
Thank you.
Sister, keep rocking, you know what I mean, and try to give them the best advice possible. So I'll go ahead and drop down, let you get somebody else up on here, but I just want to come in and chime in on that.
Thank you.
No, but Kia, so when I first started going to Africa, and when people first started relocating, we was Pan-African, we coming home. Oh, they will never steal from us. They will never hustle us. No, they will never do that. Then a lot of people got they rude awakening. So yeah.
But it'd be your own people too. A lot of people started doing this whole relocation thing, and they all scamming, and they're not telling the full truths. And I'll be honest, for me, I started off with my marketing as this feel good. I wasn't all the way to the left, like, come, I definitely didn't do the repatriation thing. I definitely was totally against the whole repatriation thing for African Americans. I'm like, you American. We moving you to Africa. You happen to have African ancestry, but you is American, ma'am or sir. So I was aware of that as I went through this whole process, but I still was on this feel good, like, yay, you could just, and then I started seeing like, we got to get to the truth. And not like I was lying, but you have to have a mixture of both, because it is spiritual, it is emotional, it is all of those things. So you got to give your audience both, but you got to tell these people the truth, man. This is if you don't know what you're doing, you can be right back in the US of the A within 6 to 12 months. Easy.
Right.
Yeah, I've seen 3 to 4. But yeah, I'll
Yeah.
let y'all keep rocking, man. I mean, I'll go ahead and drop down. I appreciate y'all letting me up and sharing the platform. Thanks so much.
Oh, no problem, guys. Links in the chat room. Someone's asking if there's a call-in number. No, it's a link. So you click on the link in the chat room, then you'll be brought on. So if you guys want to call in and add to the conversation, click on the link in
Yeah, I think Miss Elizabeth, is that Miss Elizabeth? You've been trying to come on, and you're right, Miss Venetia. Miss Sharon, he told me your name. Please let me know if I'm saying it right. Miss Venetia. We're about to relocate her at the end of the month, I believe, and she's a veteran. You're right. You know, you have to have it together. You have to have it together. And I mean, listen, I see somebody said, I really don't see why Black people would wish to live in Kenya. Bill Gates have a no, he doesn't. That was AI. Cut it out. Y'all just spreading anything. In Kenya, yeah, this is makeup stuff, and then it's true. He do not have a depopulation headquarter in Kenya. Cut it out. They actually voted against that. So not even that. The other thing that he was trying to do. Vaccinated common bread, folks. I don't even know what that is. U.S. Caucasian cannot eat. I don't even know what that means. But do Kenya has its own issues? Absolutely, 100%, 100%. We're about to go into elections as well. We're going through a situation now with the U.S. and the Kenya with the Ebola.
Is it presidential elections already?
Yeah, 2027 coming up.
Already.
Yeah. So that's why it's a lot of craziness going on right now, too. When an election year coming up, any political climate is going to be all over the daggone place. You're going to see foolery happen out of nowhere and all of the things. So that's why I keep telling people, like, you pick which country works for you. No country is perfect. There ain't no country in the world don't have no political issues. I can tell you that. If there's no country in the world that's not tied to the West, you can forget about it. If you believe that there's a utopia anywhere on this planet that's not tied to the West.
Hold on. I got one for you. A country that's not tied to the West.
Where?
North Korea.
Oh. Yeah, but can you live there?
North Korea.
And I think that's a lie, too. They probably still got ties.
North Korea.
But yeah, no, North Korea definitely doesn't. I think that is probably the only one on planet Earth. But yeah, you can't live in North Korea. You don't want to live there. So but again, there's no utopia. So you have to pick what worked for you. I always said this in the beginning. I didn't choose Kenya because Kenya is the most Pan-African country on Africa. It's not. It's the least. The least. Especially here in East Africa. That's definitely why I definitely didn't choose Kenya for that.
And that was my question. Why'd you choose Kenya?
Right, it's the people. It's always just been my place. Right. And I've been to 47 countries in the world. It's just always, and I've lived in 8 other countries. It's just always been my place. And it has its stuff with it. It really does. It's not perfect. But it works for me. I don't know how far I would go with this country politically, right? And that's just me being honest. But I still see that it's a very young democracy. It's a developing country. It's not a developed country like the U.S. where there's a possibility the U.S. is declining and not go developing anymore. I don't know. But I'd rather grow with a country right now, even through its political siggities, and we'll see what happens.
Okay. Well, guys, links in the chat room. If nobody else is calling in, then we'll start closing out. But we'll wait a minute if somebody else wants to call in and ask a question. These women just moved for for men. Notice barely any single American men moved to Africa.
You say what? They said what? These women just move here. There for what men? I know you ain't talking about here. Child, please. Notice barely any.
He said these women just moved there for men. Notice barely any single American men moved to Africa.
That's what he's talking. We talk about me, right?
Well, not you particularly, but I think.
But who ain't nobody moving to Kenya for no man now? I'm just gonna be honest. This ain't the place to move. No shade to my Kenyan family watching. But I've always been honest about that. About there ain't no woman moving to Kenya for no man, please. This ain't West Africa. Now I got to give it to West Africa. The men look, ain't nobody moving to Kenya for that. Trust me. Trust me. Right. Nope. Still wrong. Ain't no woman moving here for no man. Trust me. Not here. we definitely ain't. No, that's not it. But nice try.
And actually, hold on, Brandon is in Kenya. And he got a lady there now too. And Brandon was single.
Who?
I don't think Brandon, Pan Africanism Strikes Back. I don't know if you know Brandon.
I don't know him. Who's
he's from Long Beach. But but he hasn't technically moved there yet, but he has a family in Kenya now. So
yeah, I mean, first off, that person's all the way incorrect. It's a ton of African American men coming over here for women.
Yeah, I know a couple. Yeah, I know a couple.
It's the opposite, because the climate does, work out for them here in Kenya, but it don't necessarily work out for Black. You know what? To be quite honest, if you're a Black woman who really date Black men, you have a very limited space there and where you can go in the world, I believe. And
don't tell the feminists that. Oh man, shoot, don't.
I'm saying if you want an African man, now if you date outside your race, then you have, but I'm saying an African man, it's slim pickings, and East Africa is definitely not one of them places you're finna come to look for. Well, I say, you ain't coming to look for a man here now. If you find one, bless your heart. But
right. All right, so we'll go ahead and we'll go ahead and close out. Anything else you'd like to share in closing?
No, I was reading the comments. Oh, yes. So anyway, I hope that you all enjoyed the conversation. I know y'all gonna come for me in these comment sections. I can't wait. But I hope that you all join us. I hope that this conversation made you think a little bit around healthcare. That's the whole point of this trip between Dynast and myself, so that you can actually see what we're discussing on this call when you play it back in real time. So yeah, I'm actually glad it played out that way.
Yeah, so guys, visit donfo.africa. Oh, hold on, but there a lot of European women come to Kenya for the men.
Huh?
I said a lot of European women come to.
Oh yeah. It's a lot of them coming. I ain't doing y'all wrong like that, Kenyan men, but I gotta keep it above. But yeah, it's a lot of white men, a lot of white women, a lot of single Black men are moving here and there may be some African American women, but that's not the overall populace that's doing
right.
that.
I know a lot. Now I think about it, I know a lot of single brothers in Kenya. So yeah.
I know a lot too. I probably will be around them tomorrow. Yes.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know where they get that from.
Yeah. So everyone, thank you so much for joining. Like, share, subscribe. Until next time, family. Dynast Samir, search for Huru, My Pad Travel Desk podcast as well. Peace.